Hello and welcome back to Warhammer Online. Let's have a look here. We need to report to... what is this place called? Black Bramble Hollow War Camp. Alright. Quite a few quests to take on. Siege Weapon Merchant. Aha. So we can actually fly here. That's good to know. Hang on a bit. Let's move my monitor just a bit closer here. Let's see. We need to talk with you, Master Egan Finch. The trouble with nobles. A song of dishonor, of derision, of suspicion, and suspicion. Yes, that will work quite well, and a nice change it is from the dulling lists of the dead. By springtide, every town from here to Aldorf will know what has occurred. The trouble with nobles, what was that quest about actually? Take word. Somehow them as was in power knew before the monsters came, the whole power place was in frenzy. Then my Gregor saw the carriages leaving that next morning, the cowards, they'd left the lamp black to avoid being seen passing the village. Flew the village. That was a songster came by. Finch's name was, headed east just before the trouble started. He shouldn't be too far ahead. You tell him that I've told you, and tell him Theda sent you. Alright. Probably need to refresh my mind a bit what that quest was about. Okay, you have 2 new quests for me, but let's hand in the other one. Holy Warriors. The Norse make no effort to retreat from our forces. It's as if there is some greater force driving and their clans down, driving them and their clans down from the north. We will do what we have to here, but it seems that there is a darker evil that has already worked itself into our lands. Presbyter From performs Sigmar's work in Troll Country and requires aid if we are to root out the evil within as well as without the Empire. Alright. Ooh, you have a lot of quests. Yeah, so I've just read that. Alright, thank you. Goodbye for now. Hang on, I can just... so yeah, quest, available, Quartermaster. Alright, well, let's speak with you then. Master Egan Finch. Greystone's master. I can see it in your eyes. You believe that I know little of the arts of war. Your foolish assumptions could not be further from the truth. I know quite well the precepts of tragedy and tactics. Take the ruins of Greystone Keep as my example. Those ruins, perched on a treacherous bluff littered with rocks, are still worth fighting over. Any battle to claim them will be fruitless until a serious effort is made to overwhelm the forces of the enemy trying to claim it as their own. The fight ahead will be difficult, but I am confident that you can prevail and claim the ruins for the Empire. Scout the ruins of Greystone Keep in Ravens End Wood for any sign of the enemy. Return to Master Finch at Blackburn when done. Alright. Let's see actually, where is that? Greystone's Master. This might be... oh. This might all be... okay. I don't think this one is. I think the other quest we just picked up might be a PvP quest, which I am not really interested in doing, especially not kind of on screen, so to say. Great will be the song sung about your valiance one day. I have observed you grow from a mere citizen to a stalwart warrior. So far have you come. How have you observed me? I've just got here. Anyway, I feel that you are up to a task passed down from the Emperor himself. The High Elves have come under siege by the dark hordes of Malekith, and now their hated enemy presses upon the greater gates of the Shadowlands. Pressed by the From received a request from the Emperor himself, who has called upon us to send our finest to honor our alliance and aid the Azure. I can think of none more worthy of the honor of bearing our standard to Ulthuan. Ulthuan? Make haste to the Shadowlands and speak with Cadmus Shadowsword. Go now, and earn the glory of which songs will be sung. Alright, let's see where that is. Show on map. Mark on map. Nope. Where are the Shadowlands? Quests. Crisis at the gates. No. The Shadowlands. Where are the Shadowlands, though? Empire versus Chaos? Ostland, High Pass. Chaos controlled. Contested. Reichland, Eldorf. Badlands, Blackfire Pass, Barak, Marshes of Madness, Blighted, the Shadowlands. Oh, we need to go to the Elven place. Huh. That might be interesting and a nice change of scenery. I'm kind of more interested in going to the Dwarven place first. I think this game has, this game has level scaling to a certain extent. I'm not overly fond of that stuff, but maybe it might not be. It might make low level quests more interesting anyway. Let's see what you people have on offer. If it's just PvP quests, I might. Man, there are a lot of quests here. Go to the Raven's End Wood. Yeah, I'm guessing Raven and. Let me check. King of Swords. Returning patrols bring word of the forces of Chaos try to seize the crypt of weapons. Yeah. Within that crypt, the remains of many dead foes were most carefully laid to rest by the sextons of the monastery of Moor, so that they might never return to life through foul sorcery. Now that the war parties of Chaos are moving to take the crypt, we must surely stop them. It is possible that the powerful relics may still lie there that would be of use to our foes. This is... Aha. I don't think this is a PvP quest. I've hounded the servants of Chaos across the Empire, tracked nameless and misshapen quarries through the wilds, but the only solution to the evil I see before me is to put the entire forest to the torch. Aye, and sow the wreckage with salt after. I answer to none but the Emperor, but Presbyter the From has made it abundantly clear that he also has orders directly from Karl Franz, and the burning of Ravenswood cannot be sanctioned. Thus it seems I must turn to an ally, whom I know cannot be corrupted by this plague, Agar Ironrune. Wipe the smile from your lips, Knights of the Blazing Sun. A good witch hunter knows who his real enemies are, or he does not live long. Hagar and I have known each other for many years, and he may know of some way to narrow my search. Travel to the Marshes of Madness.
Good job.
Alright, where are the Marshes of Madness? They're not here. Right.
There you are. Aid me, aid the Empire.
Wage war upon the enemy of the Empire to assist Friedrich Helland in his task. Return to Friedrich Helland when done. Kill enemy players. Okay, nope, not interested. Oh. What? What's this? Yeah, it looks neat. Quartermaster.
Step right up.
I would like to browse your wares. You don't have a lot to offer me.
Andrew's blessing.
Theodore Arne. The Sunken Stronghold. Ravens End Wood. Scout the area. Nope.
Plenty of work to be done.
High Pass and seek out the Empire War Camp bordering the battlefield there. Check with Ulf from Vogel. This might not be a PvP quest, so let's see. The time has come for the student to leave the master. You've not learned everything I have to teach. Of course, but not everyone's upper limits are evenly matched. This is the first time I've spoken to you, I think. Or is this one of those NPCs that travels along with you and I just haven't really noticed? I can't imagine. I must stay here. Pressed by the From's men would be lost without my strong arm. But you I sent into High Pass. There's a battle brewing there. That should be a fair test of your mettle. Not quite as fierce as that we see here, of course, but no one expects you to be me. Someday, should you return, we will resume your apprenticeship. Ulfman Vogel. I think I still... No.
Keep to the road.
Sent into danger. High Pass. High Elves? No. No. Aha. That's actually skipping an area. Alright. I think we're pretty much done here for now. Oh, we didn't check with From. When I didn't check with you, Sarah. Sarah. Those are repeatable quests. So these are pretty much the quests we could just pick up, and now you have them in repeatable form. The field before us. Yeah, this is all PvP based. The day is ours. Kill 50 enemy players. Wow. Nope. Goodbye.
Praise the gods.
Follow the road also into High Pass. Okay, this is not a PvP quest. I haven't seen the enemy fall before. I have seen the enemy fall by the dozens at your hand. And I know Sigma will forgive me when I say I have reveled in it. but it seems we are not destined to fight by each other's side any longer. Carl Newman, leader of our force in High Pass, has sent word that he is greatly outnumbered and is in need of aid. I have thought long and hard on this, and there is no other that will call our troops into battle with the ferocity that you possess. Heed Carl's call. Go now and destroy the enemy in Sigmar's name.
I ain't getting any younger. I need your help.
Alright. I've received troubling news. Seems the eastern marches are infested with all manner of foul creatures. Lizards, trolls, and more importantly, bogglers. There are a large number of them moving westward across the open bog, and if they don't change course, they'll meet head-on with Krausner's men up at the garrison. Report to Sergeant Krausner.
Good job.
Ostland under siege. I've received troubling news. Seems the Chaos Army has moved past the Ostland border. Bosenfels is under siege. And if we don't act quickly, I'm afraid it will become just another Feld. Demona Gardners is in charge there. Not that I have a problem with a woman giving the orders, but she's not all there. What with her husband being killed by Chaos Marauders and all. Let's see.
Now get on with it.
A town possessed. Wolfenburg has always been a town overshadowed by evil, but in recent years it had begun to emerge from its troubling past. Until now, the Order of the Griffin forces in Ostland are reporting that the entire city has been consumed by evil. Those who died of the plague now rise and walk the streets. It is a terrifying thing for any man to face.
Good job.
One of our own.
Aid the Empire.
Alright. Our war against the followers of Chaos is far from over. And here I am being ordered to send warriors away from the front lines. There's trouble brewing in Suskar. Trouble that even an old campaigner like Kramer can handle. Trouble that even an old campaigner like can handle. Can handle or can't handle? Can handle, I think. Anyway, rumor was that he'd gone native. But that cannot be. Not with him sending a message such as this.
Now get on with it.
Alright, we'll report to him.
We got you.
Our war against the followers of Chaos is far from over. And here I'm being, yeah. The town of Feld has fallen, and Breitenbach is in need of a few strong arms that win it back from the forces of Chaos.
I ain't getting any younger.
Huh. Okay, so we need to head back actually. Let's
Go and chop.
Oh, I see. So you can use it to get somewhere else, but you can't really specifically go here, here, or here. It seems. So we need to do a bit of walking. Oh well. So with all that quest reading out of the way. So I was a video recently that I posted about this about Warhammer Online got over 3,000 views, and I was really surprised by it. And yeah, I have no clue why. Because usually my videos, I think on average, get maybe somewhere between 10 or 20. And then there are some, some video games that might be a bit more, I don't know, popular or sought after, so they might get a bit more views. But yeah, 3,000. That's the first for me, and not really something I had the ambition to reach. But yeah, the thing is, it probably has to do with some kind of YouTube algorithm, really, because I tried to look at the analytics why it's happening, but I can't really find anything. Hang on, let's have a word with Captain Oswin. Our war against the followers of chaos is far from over. Yeah. Okay, so we just complete it and that's it. What quest do you have actually? Travel to shade reported on cross and you can be found across the gas. I see. No, I get some money for it. Yeah, it probably has to do with just the YouTube algorithm. Just somehow it got recommended to a lot of people, I suppose. And the thing is, though, with I like to look at analytics of YouTube once in a while. I don't really understand much of it. Also, I'm not really trying to get my stuff as widespread as I can. Really, this is just for fun, nothing else. But it's interesting. But yeah, the thing is, when you have a video that's watched a lot of times, it does become very apparent that people really only watch the first 20 seconds or 30 seconds or so, and then they just then they're gone. So I think maybe the views even count when people are kind of scrolling through their, you know, when a video just starts autoplaying, and maybe that already counts as a view on my end. But then, yeah, the overall time actually viewed is very short, because then you just scroll on. So I think that might be the case why it got so many views. But yeah, the average view time is really low on that video. Not that I really mind, because generally I do the same. I like to watch longer gameplay videos of games that I'm interested in, and I might just scroll through a bit. Sometimes not, sometimes I watch the whole thing. Sigmund. Yep, I need to report to you. But yeah, you don't have anything for me. Alright. Fair enough. Now we have to go back the other way. Yeah, updated my UI a bit again. I have my kind of my buffs on here, because I don't need access to them all the time. And then I have more room for skills down here. But yeah, I don't really know. I hope it... Maybe having them off to the side here, maybe it helps reminding me once in a while that I need to put them on. I turned down the opacity on this, but I think it resets every time you log in again. I did one video on, well, I did multiple videos on Turtle WoW, the private server, and the first two videos got quite a lot of views, for me at least, because they both went over 100 views. And then the third one was actually pretty low on views, but the third one was on the goblin starting area. The first one was on the human starting area, because that's probably my favorite, but the one I'm most nostalgic about, because that's the one I played the most when I was at the time of actual vanilla. And then the second one I did the high elf starting area, because that's kind of unique to the server. And then after that I did the goblin starting area, which is also unique to that server. But that goblin video only got, I don't know, way less views. Like only 1/10 or something like that. Ooh, look at that. That's quite the mount. I don't actually know if this game... I don't think this game has flying mounts, does it? Can't imagine it does. Well, it could. In the sense that... oh, we have another quest to hand in over here. I mean, when this game came out, the Burning Crusade was already released, so flying mounts was a thing in MMOs.
Long last.
Hunger pants, we're going to need more than that.
On your way now.
Alright. Not sure what that was about. But yeah, the one with the goblin area got very low views. But one of the things that I did notice that even though the views are low, the overall viewing time was quite high. So there are quite a few people there that watched the whole thing. So that was quite interesting. Again, I don't expect people to watch the whole video. Same as I do, I might just scroll through a bit just to see some gameplay. But it's neat when people actually find stuff entertaining enough or interesting enough just to watch the whole thing. Interesting or exciting enough, I say, as we just ride a horse. Not doing anything. And I've read only a bunch of quests up till now. Yeah, got quite a few comments because of the video that got over 3,000 views. I was really surprised at the time actually, because I just got a few comments and I was just replying to them, and then all of a sudden I saw that the view count was almost at 3,000 at the time, and I was kind of confused. Yeah, we can just leave those be. But yeah, a lot of well, I say a lot, a couple of comments were about questions about PvP. And again, I've said it before, I've never enjoyed PvP in any game. I've dabbled a bit in it in World of Warcraft back in the day, but honestly I didn't really enjoy it. Or that was probably when I found out that it's just not for me. So yeah, I kind of mentioned to someone that I feel that this game might be... Well, someone else said that this game does actually have quite a bit of PvE content, even at the late game. It's not all PvP. We need to report to you. Private bets. Bitten.
I need your help.
Oh, hang on. Again, orange is a hand in, green is a quest. In my logic, it's the other way around. Hail. We set out to investigate the route the suspicious doctors took soon as you extracted the information from the shamed noble Gisbert. Aha. This I remember. The greater of two evils. We were investigating the peculiar site nearby. Looks as if they were having some excavation there. We would have investigated further if not met with conflict, from which must be a detachment from the Norse marching south to the Empire. On the Empire. What they're doing up this way, I don't know. If I want to know. I don't know if I want to know, right. More importantly, we need to find out what the doctors that tampered with Velda were up to. You're the most able among us. Have a look about. Investigate the ditches in the northeast Ostland near the ruined Elven Tower, just east of Krausness Garrison. Alright. But this... Well, yeah, I guess we need to investigate further, but it was already kind of known that the doctors were kind of doing a thing where they were doing all of these occulty bad thingies, stuff, rituals and such, just to kind of find their way to immortal life. That was kind of their goal. Bitten. I'll not rest until I see that creature dead. Foul things, my friend. Would have done it myself too if Caravella hadn't run her mouth off to the sergeant, sisters. He died of the plague, it's true, but he never would have gotten sick if that miserable bog haunt hadn't have bitten his nose clean off. I won't be leaving Troll Country until Nosebiter's dead. Hunt down the goblin known as Nosebiter. I think I killed him already. Because he's back up, right? Yeah, we need to go here. Yep, I think I came across him. Hello, what do you have? Hey, you're Caravella. I think you were just mentioned there. Devoted. Tiles bows. Collect 6 bows. Hang on. We have the same hairstyle. Only mine's darker brown. All those poor people, disease and murder abounds. And now my brother must hunt the ones that did this. Sometimes I dream at night and I can hear their screams of pain. I'd even dreamt of my very own dear brother's death. But I have dreamt of other things as well. Of a clearing in a copse of wood. Copse of wood? Where the old magic still holds sway. Tal's soothing voice beckons to me and tells me to craft a ward from the tree's boughs, and that this will save my brother. I would go to this place myself, but my brother has forbidden that I leave camp. I cannot speak of this with him, for he is a devotee of Sigmar, and would see this as heresy. Please help me save my brother. Healer. Some more quests over there. Let's do these quests. Kind of lead back up. So I actually had a read up a bit on, where I found some information about the settings and how they're connected, and well, actually not connected. That's kind of the thing. So now for a long while I thought that, I mentioned this before, but I thought that Warhammer Fantasy setting and the Warhammer 40k setting were actually linked. They were just very far apart from one another, but they were actually on the same timeline. That is not true. It may have been true at some point, kind of in the early days of the tabletop game. Somebody mentioned that back then you could actually combine forces from one with the other. We have to go here. But that got kind of problematic because they just didn't gel together, and also 40k became quite popular, so they split them up. And at that point also the lore was kind of split up. So yeah, they don't exist in the same universe. Which was quite interesting to know. And then there's also Age of Sigmar, which I think is kind of the newest setting of the 3. And that one actually is connected to Counter the Goblin. Don't have time to read it now, I'm in combat. Age of Sigmar, from what I understand, is connected to Warhammer Fantasy setting. It's kind of the end times of the fantasy setting. Or the fantasy setting is kind of destroyed, and after that it's the Age of Sigmar. Something like that. But yeah, the person that explained it in a post really disliked Age of Sigmar. I said the lore was pretty it's pretty terrible when you get to Age of Sigmar. Supposedly 40k and fantasy setting are way better. Alright. So I'm guessing we just need to collect some sort of sounds like she's looking for maybe bundles of Let's get one of these, see what happens. No, that's not it. There you go. Oh! I want to check that out. I want to see where that is. Oh, this is another road actually. This is probably probably has to do with the Order of Chaos. Huh. Sigmar, but the S kind of looks like a 5. There you go. Get a wood. Hard difficulty 9 or more. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not meant to do this. Nope. Collect 6 bugs and return them to Caravella and a yeah. No, that's not it. Maybe I can't collect them right now because the kind of this quest is in a certain stage. The public quest is in a stage where I can't really do anything. Aha, nope. There it is. There we go. All right. There's one. There we have a chaos player. One time I attacked a chaos player by accident and he was lower level than me, and then you get turned into a chicken. And I really didn't know what happened, so I felt quite silly afterwards. But yeah, it happened by accident because I was fighting a group of enemies and I was just attacking them willy-nilly, and the chaos player was quite close, so I yeah, targeted him by mistake. I didn't mean to. I think I just saw another one of those bundles of sticks, but now I'm kind of turned around. Don't remember where it is. Oh, there it is. No, that's not. Oh, we're out of the area. I also mentioned this earlier, but someone else asked again in the comments. Noted that my client looked better than theirs does. Well, this part maybe doesn't look as interesting. But yeah, I'm not running anything. There is a reshade available on the website. It's on the how to install page, and I have used it in the past on my older computer. It has died recently, sadly, so I don't really have any backup to try stuff out on. So yeah, I ran a reshade, but it messed with the opacity of certain kind of stuff like this. It made them kind of hard to read, and also I don't remember actually liking it all that much, kind of the effects that it has. But it does, you could use it to make the game look quite a bit better. But yeah, I've kind of refrained from using it now. The only thing that I'm doing is in the NVIDIA control panel, I have set up some extra anti-aliasing and whatnot, some extra effects. Texture filtering, I don't know, so just stuff like that. Just anything that I thought, well, that might do something. Yeah, I just turned that stuff on. And that's it, really. So yeah. Dark yellow, dark red, dark navy blue, dark sage dye. I have some dark red, I think. I don't have dark yellow actually, but maybe go dark yellow. That may... Dark yellow doesn't sound very good, but very appealing, but then again maybe some armor bits might be okay. Maybe get a bit of a gold sheen going. Ugly critter, wasn't he? Vicious too. Thanks to you, Friedrich can rest in peace. And I still have my commission. Commission? Was a close thing though. If you hadn't come back when you did, I would have been off searching the bog myself. Alright. Hang on. Do you have the same quest again? Yep. It's a repeatable quest after all, but feels kind of silly. Craft supply merchant. No, that's okay. Yeah, I think I have to report here. Nobility. The arrogant foe. And yet we must give thanks, for without Bertram, misplaced pride, we would have only the second-hand word of a minstrel that his family was involved. Bertram has suffered the same fate he doomed the peasantry to. The Empire has seen justice done this day. Oh, right. Choose one. Well, we only have one option. Yeah, this was kind of one of those things that I was kind of... Well, it makes sense in the in kind of how an MMO works. It's just getting you to the next location to do your other quests. But yeah, the investigation was... We were doing the investigation way more in this area. And then they just tell me to report my findings to this guy. But doesn't really seem to be any reason for it. So yeah, that kind of bugged me. Well, let's speak to you. Greystone reconnaissance. I'm sorry, but Captain Rulin has been killed in the line of duty. As his lieutenant, I suppose I'm in command here, unless you've got some papers saying you're my relief. I don't think so. I hope you brought along a weapon, because you're going to be doing a lot of fighting while you're here. Whole lot of trouble. I've received troubling news. Seems the eastern marches are infested with all manners of foul creatures. Lizard trolls and more importantly, barglers. There's a large number of them moving westward across the open bog, and if they don't change course, they'll... Yeah, we read this already. They'll meet head-on with Krausner's men up at the garrison. What do you have for rewards? We don't have enough influence, but let's check anyway. Haha. All that you have is worse than what I got. What do you have? Oh, that's actually quite a bit better. Yeah. Yeah. Let's buy this. 15 toughness, 7 weapon skill, 30 spiritual resistance. Yes. I don't think it will change anything. Yeah. Nope. Yeah, I lose a bit of my paint there, but that's okay. Take it. Yeah. Oh. Did I sell anything good? No. No, I didn't. Yeah, this is actually better than what I got. Yeah, that's kind of the thing. I don't think you can take these out. That's kind of a shame. That's not how this works.
It'll all be over by witching.
I don't know if you can salvage weapons, armor. Then maybe you could get them back. It's junk, 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 junk. Yep. Nope. I may have to take a look if I can use that. Take that. Need to hold on to this one.
Pleasure doing business.
Let's see what you have. Sigmarite relic.
Plenty of work to be done.
Oh, so this one is sending us back to the trolls as well. We're fighting a war against the obscenities of nature, Crescentia. Many strong men have broken when faced with the unnatural, even when their faith is strong. The men are breaking. I can see it in their eyes. My prayers and exhortations are no longer enough. They need a renewal of faith, something they can trust to push the darkness back. The locals pray for a vigilant saint, a Sigmarite priest who took a wound in battle that turned him into one of the holy mad. He bore a scar in the shape of the twin-tailed comet, they say. His skull is a holy relic that may save us all. Search the Troll Dark Bog to the north in Troll Country for August Stamler's remains.
Now get on with it.
Stuff like that I kind of find amusing. That kind of shows that the Warhammer fantasy setting is
You can help me, can't
well, in a sense it is, but also trying to be a bit more brutal than kind of your regular old fantasy. So it's like, yeah, we just find a skull. Find this skull for us, because it'll increase morale if we have this skull. Ogar Putman. Brave soul, would you mind doing me a favor? I and a few others have traveled with the Order of the Griffin to instill faith into the malleable villages of these Northlands. It is important that we reach them with the truths of Sigmar before they succumb to the temptations of the darkness that approaches. A few of my order had ventured southwest to Hocknar, but have not returned in some time. I grow worried about them. One in particular, my good friend Archibald Jordan. There is a reward if you could help us find them. What say you? Sure, we'll speak with Archibald Jordan.
I ain't getting any younger.
Down in Oknar.
Aid me, aid the Empire.
Yes, I've news, Knight of the Blazing Sun, and none of it is good. None of it good. We lost Friedrich to the plague last night. Yeah, I heard about that. And the horses have all got hoof rot. Now Hognar's under siege, and I've no one to spare. Sigmar help me, but I can't understand. We fight a holy battle, and yet it seems that we've already lost. There is something else going on. Some power fuels these creatures and directs their movement, toying with us as a cat with a field mouse. We need knowledge of a more arcane bent. Don't start so. It's no shame to recognize when you're overmatched. Though it is no secret, the sons of Sigmar have no love for the wizard's collegium. Need can overrun dislike. And we have a great need. Speak with Otto Maximilian in Ostland. Share with him everything you witness in Oknar. And give him this letter. Take the road to Bossenfels and aid the inhabitants of Hocknar by fighting off the dark marauders. Then continue along the road to the Order of the Griffin encampment and speak with the wizard Otto Maximilian. Alright. Sagmarite relic bone pile. Let's have a look. What do you have? That is a pretty cool shield. I like mine as well. Kind of the same shape, different design on it. Captain Tobias Steinhauer. You know, I'm probably the youngest captain in the Empire. But I'm the best them, But I'm the best them, Legacy of Ruin.
I need your help.
Look at what I've done to my regiment. All of my best archers killed, half of my infantry sick, the other half dead or wounded. Terrible, I have to recruit more troops somehow. But around here we have to hire them, and that takes gold. Aye, and where's the gold for this purpose? The locals say that when elves used to live here, they would bury their gold in secret caches to keep the nearby tribes from wanting to steal it. Some of these caches might remain. Go to the ruined elf tower to the southeast of here, along the road, and look around for an elf marker stone. Dig up the treasure beneath it and bring it back. Alright. Sounds, Go to the ruined elf tower along the road to Lizarel's Shade. Look around the tower for the elf marker stone that Captain Steinhauer was referring to. Recover any treasure that lies beneath it. Return to the Captain Steinhauer across the garrison when done. So yeah, we just have to report back to him as well. Let's go find that bone pile actually. Am I going the right way? Yeah, this is where we came in. Okay. Let's get that skull to increase morale. I also had someone comment on a video that mentioned that they had played the actual live game. There he is again, Malachias. And then I just asked in return if they maybe remembered the state of the game during live. The state of those Dead Marauder. No, that's not what we're looking for. See, I've mentioned this before. I was kind of wondering. There are quite a few quests where you'd interact with NPCs, but they really wouldn't be. They wouldn't really do anything. Like they might be locked up in a cage, and then you free them by opening the cage. But yeah, they don't acknowledge it in any way. They don't say thank you. They don't move. They just sit in the cage. You get the pop-up that you've opened the cage for them, and that's it. So I was kind of wondering if that was maybe something that the private server just hasn't been able to implement just yet, or if that is something that always has been. And from what I understand, the actual game kind of was in a bit of a sorry state actually. So stuff like that probably just never worked. So it's not even, yeah, it's kind of working, well, maybe not as intended, but kind of as it should almost. I could have probably have to go through. Let's clear a few here. But of course, you know, the live version of this game was kind of what would you say, published by the game company that shall not be mentioned. And yeah, I think that commenter kind of mentioned that the game was kind of rushed for launch, so stuff like that wasn't really ironed out. You know, I kind of get like that sometimes with like I just mentioned, the game company that shall not be mentioned, where I kind of just want to boycott them as much as I can, which probably is a good idea anyway, but still. That's probably one of the reasons why I there it is. I would be quite interested in playing that Jedi game. That seemed to be fairly good, well received. It's kind of alright, we get a bow. A mouldering pile of ribs, arms, bones and thigh bones of various sizes crashes messily to the floor. Although rooting through the decrepit stack reveals pieces of rotting cloth, the needed skull is suspiciously absent. You're being attacked. A splitting bellow shakes the air as a huge troll lumbers into view. Skulls hang festooned with the brute's neck. Defeat the troll and take the skull. Maybe let's hope it works now. There it is, okay. Alright. Wolfbane. Spider silk complete. Yeah, that's just one of those quests you can do. I can just accept this all the time because I don't mind. But what's the other quest about? Testing the waters. The growing number of plants and animals is disturbing, and the only common link between the two lies in the water that nourishes both tree and beasts, and we must determine whether the water of the surrounding lands has already become tainted, or if the green wind still flows freely through these lands. Use the empty flask in your inventory to get both samples. Yeah. So this is annoying. He is faster than running, but slower than walking. Yeah. Use the empty flask in your inventory to get both samples from the fresh flowing water in the Telebugland and the frozen lakes of High Pass. Well, I might accept it anyway, but yeah, I have the skull. Anyway, I was telling something. Yeah, that Jedi game. I don't remember. Is it Jedi Out? No, that's the old ones, right? That's Jedi Outcast. I don't remember what it's called. I think it's supposed to be taking place somewhere between episode 3 and 4. Yeah, it's a bit. It has Dark Souls elements to it. And on the one hand, I would be kind of interested in playing that game, and also it's on sale quite a lot, and it's fairly cheap. But at the same time, yeah, if you play it, you have to link your Steam account with an Origin account. And like, I just really don't want to do that. So, but then again, you know, maybe you have to get over that stuff, because honestly, that was kind of the reason why I eventually did try out New World, which I might have was just as well haven't, because I don't like it. But yeah, I was watching a stream by Super Bits and Bob, and we were kind of talking about it, and he said, well, yeah, you know, at some point, because I really didn't feel like giving Amazon any money. At some point he was like, yeah, well, maybe get a bit over that, you know. You're probably already giving money to loads of stuff that you don't want, but you just don't know about. So, yeah, that's probably true. Same goes with the one game company that I don't like to mention. You've returned, and none too soon. We lost another swordsman today. Poor man ran off screaming with his arms were rotting from the inside out. It seems there was more than a grain of truth in the village superstition. August Stamles bore the brand of the twin-tailed comet in life, and he still bears it now. No, let the word spread naturally. We'll hoist this on our banner for all the men to see, and take heart, for Sigmar is with us. Yeah, may as well.
Safe travels.
Well, there you go. A nice skull. So I have a Sergeant Krausner. Apparently you have a quest for me. Flames in the fog.
Plenty of work to be done.
You there, quickly. Captain Gardner has ordered me to maintain my post here, but to send every available man to her aid in Brossenfels. The curious said the Norse war host was at the city walls when he made to ride out, and there is no time to waste. Excuse me. Follow the road to Bosenfels, and speak with Captain Demona inside the city.
Go to it.
Let's see if we can find the treasure he was talking about. The elven treasure. And then I might call the episode. I really should be putting down a clock maybe just to see how long I've been going, but oh, that is quite a large marker. Magical seal. Alright. What am I meant to do something with this? Let's see. Quests. Should I just take it back now? Is that it? I can't imagine that was it. No. No. Let's see what he has to say. Oh, maybe it is. Huh. Wait a minute, that's not gold, is it? That looks like a magical seal of some sort, but very old, similar to a dark elf's shield I once saw. We have no one left in the regiment who is learned enough to tell us what this might be.
Time's marching on, and so should you.
Oh. Rank 22, you've gained a specialization point. Oh yeah, I should really look into that. I don't think I have in quite a few levels. That artifact you found at the Elf Ruins must have some sort of value attached to it, but I have no idea how valuable it is, unless I find someone gifted in the lore mastery. Take the thing to Friar Morganwald. He knows something of the history of elves in this place. Perhaps he can tell you what it is. Speak to Friar Morganwald in the Empire War Camp. Oh, so he should be around here somewhere. Let's have a look. Where is he? Oh, we need to go back. Right, that's the camp where we started out at. Well, let's go. Let's see what he has to say about the magical seal. Now I'm thinking about Turtle WoW again. Now I'm actually kind of wondering how, if that game will be around for much longer. They say it will, and it might just well, but yeah, there have been some things going on. They had to shut down their Patreon, and they had to do some stuff on the Discord server. Something is going on, and I kind of mentioned this, that I was kind of uncertain or kind of queasy about it, because the thing, yeah, they are taking donations, and they're kind of giving you stuff in return for it that you can use in their store. So it is kind of a, you know, they're making profit out of it. It's not just a labor of love thing. And I think when you start doing that stuff, it gets harder to keep a private server going. So yeah, I am a bit unsure about it. The day is ours. No, I don't mean. Yeah, I'm supposed to talk to you. Where did you find this? This may just be the seal of Lorien. Lorien was the mate of Lizariel, and he is found in the lore of both High Elves and Dark Elves as a hero. Lorien gave his life in battle not far from here, so say the legends of the High Elves. The Dark Elves revere him as a heroic renegade, one of the first to question the denial of the throne of Malekith. It is too complicated to explain here, but this artifact could be useful someday in reconciling the Dark Elves and the High Elves, or in adding legitimacy to one side or the other. The Dark Seal said to be able to kill a wicked elf instantly. The seal is said to be... Before you can take the seal to Captain Steinhauer, you must prove its authenticity. As you know, there are a number of Dark Elves arriving in these lands to assist the forces of Chaos and bring down our empire. Take the seal to the nearest group of Chaos warriors, find a Dark Elf named Rothauer, and attack him with it. It is believed that the seal will kill any Dark Elf immediately. If Rothauer falls instantly, we will know the seal to be legitimate, and you can take it to the Captain Steinhauer. Search the shadow outlaw camps in the swamp south of Hognar. Look at Dark kill him. Return to Dark Elves. Alright. Maybe we could still do this one before I call it a day. We were investigating the peculiar site nearby. It looks as if they were having some excavations there. We would have investigated further if not with the conflict from which must be a detachment from Norse marching south of the Empire. Moving up this way, I don't know, probably we need to find the doctors. Have a look. Alright. Let's do that. Yeah. I was always kind of wary that something like Turtle WoW probably can't exist forever, or any long stretch of time. And now that it's gaining in popularity, although I'm not even, it might have plateaued by now. At the time, it was kind of popular because they a few months back. Well, a few, maybe one or two. They released those new talents. And I think they got a large influx of players from it. And somebody else mentioned that it might be because a popular PvP server shut down. So we got a big influx of PvP players. But yeah, what Turtle WoW is doing is way more interesting than what actual Blizzard has been doing. Because I do remember that they, after they made the classic servers and then they went on and released the Burning Crusade, and they did offer the ability to stick with a vanilla server, but yeah, that was the population on that server was kind of laughable. Whoa! You scared me, man. Oh, you're a champion. I thought, oh, you're tough. Oh, you're all... Well, you're not all champions. So yeah, but the thing is, we don't really know... Okay, this is something that we're looking for. Alright. Ditches. Explore ditches. Done. Alright. "99 problems, but the ditch ain't one." Well, I say that, but the ditch might well in fact be a problem. Ditches, man. The greater of two evils. What do you suppose those foul doctors were digging up there? I haven't a clue either. We noticed an old hermit over yonder on our march out this way. A dark pall hangs over that one for sure. By the look of her, she's dwelled in that shadow far too long. If I were a braver man, I would see what she knows. Speak to Ragnhilder in the marshlands graves.
I ain't getting any younger.
Alright. Let's go speak to her. I'm on a roll now. I was kind of wondering if we were meant to go this way, then I might have well stop there, but let's keep going. Again, writing is a bit of the sort, well, just don't think too much about it. Yeah, okay, we found some ditches that the doctors were digging. So they were looking for something. Oh, by the way, there's this lady that kind of looks off to me. Ask her about the ditches. There she is. Yeah. I was just about to mention she has a nice little place here by the... Well, there are trolls living in your garden. And you have ghouls in your backyard. So it's not all great. You have come to me for answers. You wish to know what the visiting doctors were up to. I can learn you more of their dealings here, but to do that, I require ingredients for my scrying bowl. Bring me the eye of a troll afflicted by that which plagues the peasantry, a pelt stained in both color and with that which pours from the north, and finally a fire that breathes on the water. Firebush. You know what? I'm gonna stop the episode at a cliffhanger. Yeah, I'll leave the episode here for now. We'll go and look for those ingredients some other time. But this is only the troll eye. What about the other ones? You have to go globetrotting. Oh, quite a bit. Alright. Okay, good to know. Yeah, then I'm gonna stop the episode here for now. Well, if you're still watching, thank you for watching, and yeah, maybe until next time. So, see ya, and goodbye for now.